Welcome back to the channel. My name's Cody. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Thursday on my business adventures and how it can help you go faster in yours. I'm responding to a comment in the comment section that said, why would you pay off a 3.24% interest rate on a car? Why would you pay that off early? I've seen a lot of people online that borrow against cars to get a nicer car, and then they're like, well, I got this cheap rate. Makes no sense to pay it off. I'd rather invest the money. I can go earn 8%, 12%, 20%, whatever the number is. Why would I pay off 3%? Well, the reason I'm paying it off early is because once it's done, it's done. And I would not borrow against a personal liability just to invest more. When you learn that you can buy stuff without your own money, you can buy a property, you can do BRRRRs, it doesn't take any of your capital to get an infinite return. There's no reason not to pay off a personal liability. It'd be silly. That's like saying, well, I can earn 6% margin if I borrow at 3 and earn 9. Well, sure. But look at the actual cost of capital. The amortization is what kills you. I did a video on why it would be wise to borrow at 6 rather than at 0. And if you don't agree with me, you can watch the video. And if you still don't agree with me, leave a comment and I'll go over it like I'm going over on this video. But the amortization is what killed that deal, even at 0%. Super negative cash flow. There's no interest rate on my car that would make it cash flow. Therefore, I'm paying it off. Yeah, you can get cheap money. So be it. But that's not the point. The point is freedom. If I don't have obligations every month on a personal level, it's very easy to become financially free. If you start stacking, you say, well, I could borrow it at 3%, so I'm just going to do that. And now you have a monthly obligation on a personal side. Lifestyle creep becomes easier and easier. You start stretching it further and further. Not worth it. So by paying it off, the reason I'm doing it is I'm keeping my monthly costs low. The business can do rough, which it will. There's always going to be rough months. And I can still scrape by and be financially independent of working a job. I haven't worked a job before. I mean, my last real job was coaching gymnastics at the YMCA. And I couldn't live on that. So it's never been about having a job. But by paying it off, regardless of interest rate, what's the most important thing? Is it the interest rate or is it freedom? That'd be my question to you who put the comment. Freedom's more important to me than getting the best interest rate. And so by paying it off, I unlock $670 a month because I bought Tesla when they were like the highest price. I bought it brand new, 2021, made all the mistakes of a young person. And I financed it and I got a super cheap rate. So it was like a $50,000 loan back then. Now the car's not worth anything. And it's worth a little bit, but not much. Getting rid of that $670 payment is worth more to me than investing the delta of what I owed and saving the 3%. Like it's not worth it. So it should be a rounding error in your situation, but unlocking that payment back is not a rounding error. That's a lot of money every month for a lot of people. So getting that $670 back now, even though I could have kept a 3% interest rate, getting rid of it unlocks a third of my budget because I live on about $2,000 a month with everything included. And so that'd be my encouragement to you. Do what gets you freedom and meets all your obligations. If you can do that and you can do it within your ethics, then move forward. And that's why I paid off the car. That's why I would do it again a million times over. Reduce your cost of living, and it makes it very easy to make better, well-rounded decisions of, do I want to stay at this job if you're at a job? Do I want to keep these properties or should I shift them? What do I really want? The biggest mistake people make is they get these cheap rates on personal things like a house, because that's one of the cheapest loans you can get, and a car, and they think, oh, I don't want to pay those off because the interest rate. If you hadn't paid off, your cost of living would be next to nothing. And that's where I do agree with Dave Ramsey a lot. On the personal side, being debt-free is freeing. On the business, yeah, I'm going to use some leverage. But it is wise, from what I've seen and heard from a lot of people, to get all your personal debts paid off regardless of interest rate. Knock them out. Does it make the most mathematical sense? No. But life isn't about math. It's about freedom and enjoyment and pursuit of what you want to do. And you can't do that if you're burdened by a whole bunch of low interest rate payments. Put it on the business. If you put it on the business, awesome. But if you can't, pay it off. Hope you like this type of content, and I'll see everybody on the next video.